Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. We're going to break down some DeAndre Hopkins rumors, among other things, on today's show. But first, we are 212 subs away from 156,000. Let's get there sooner than later so we can keep growing and keep doing more videos for you on the Cowboys Report. Hit that free sub button right now. This is the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey. We're going to begin with the DeAndre Hopkins situation as promised at the beginning of today's show in the headline and everything about the thumbnail too. Hopkins' release is now official from the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals have tried to find a trade partner. They were unable to do so, and they actually cut him as not a post-June 1st cut. They made him a pre-June 1st one, so they're eating all of the dead money this year, then it's off their books once and forever next season. Now, the Cowboys, speculatively, have been linked fairly heavily as a potential fit for Hopkins, be it trades, be it free agency. Hopkins was telling people, I want to be a Cowboy. That, of course, did not materialize, and Dallas has yet to actually show any interest. First, some of the reasons why there appears to have been no DeAndre Hopkins trade. A lot of this from Albert Breer, by the way. Cardinals' initial asking price was a second-round pick and more, and no team came, frankly, remotely close to that type of offer for Hopkins. The Cardinals even started to offer to eat part of the contract to get something back. They were going to eat even more of it, and then it didn't materialize in the sense of, well, they weren't getting the pick back that they wanted. So in the end, they cut him altogether, and there's been concerns from other NFL executives, which, hey, maybe it's just the Bills and Chiefs leaking that information out there, about concerns over how much juice he really has left in the tank. And even if there's some drama concerns, that was the line used in the Breer article about if things don't go well, he can, maybe not be fully locked in, whatever. I think for the contending teams, that's probably not that big of a concern. But Hopkins has missed time the past 2 years, played in 9 games in 2022, 10 games in 2021. The 1,400-yard receiver, probably not what you're going to end up getting at this stage out of DeAndre Hopkins. That's probably asking for just a little bit too much from that perspective in terms of thinking he's going to be the 1,000-yard receiver, the peak prime 1,000-yard receiver he's been in the past. Now, when the betting lines first opened up, at least on one site, BetOnline AG, Cowboys are the betting favorite. Well, the most updated ones, not even close. Bills, Chiefs, Ravens, the 3 favorites. Jets, Patriots, all better than plus 900 or as low as plus 300 for Buffalo. The Cowboys, meanwhile, plus 2,500. So not exactly heavy favorites at all at this stage for the Dallas Cowboys, which I think plus 2,500 is much more in line of the likelihood as it relates to Hopkins and the Dallas Cowboys. But as we sit here currently, in terms of what you guys want, would you want to sign DeAndre Hopkins? Maybe the money is an issue. We'll get into that in a little bit, by the way. We'll spend some more time here on Nuke Hopkins, but this is today's pinned comment. So if the ad break comes on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. Y for yes, N for no. Do you want to sign DeAndre Hopkins if you are the Dallas Cowboys? It's the pinned comment. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. Y for yes, N for no. For me, it's at the right price. Of course I would. If I can get DeAndre Hopkins for whatever it is, $10 million from the Brandon Cooks deal, let's ride. I would be shocked if DeAndre Hopkins took something similar unless just nobody else offers it. Again, from Albert Breer, remember that Odell Beckham somehow, some way got $15 million from the Baltimore Ravens, and Hopkins reportedly wants at least that, which I do understand why Hopkins would crave that type of offer. The Cowboys could make it work if they wanted to. Remember, they're going to get $10.9 million after June 1st once the Ezekiel Elliott contract formally comes off their books, but the Cowboys don't often spend that big. They're not a team that wants to throw big money deals out in free agency. They'll do it occasionally. They did trade for Gilmore and got a restructured deal for Brandon Cooks, but throwing big money around is not the Cowboys' typical MO. Now, today's show is made possible by Bird Dogs. I've got my shorts right here. I've never really been the wear shorts to work guy. I've always been pants, try to be professional. But thanks to Bird Dogs, I'm making the change. I wear these shorts and other ones each and every single day. These are the ones I was wearing earlier. And all I will say is that I'm glad that the camera cuts off at about my waist, so you can't see the lack of what's going on underneath. I have yet to find, and I doubt I ever will, a more comfortable pair of shorts. Bird Dogs are the best ones out there. Oh, by the way, when you go to birddogs.com and use promo code CHAT, in addition to getting some of their awesome shorts, they'll also hook you up with a free Yeti-style tumbler. So get yours today. They make more professional-looking shorts. They make some swim trunks, and they'll make some athletic gear shorts as well. Go to birddogs.com and use promo code CHAT. That link will be in the comment section, along with the promo code, in the description as well. birddogs.com/chat. Get the best comfortable, fitting, all-around, versatile shorts out there. Again, that link's in the comment section and the description. It's birddogs.com, promo code CHAT. I'll tell you more about them, I'm sure, in future shows as well. Big thanks to Bird Dogs sponsoring today's show. Let's go back now to the wide receiver situation. Again, I wouldn't mind Hopkins because if you add Lamb and Cooks and Gallup, well, now you feel much better about your wide receiver depth. Although, as Michael Gelkin did point out, it does raise some questions about the potential fit of how you make the roster numbers work out because your fourth and fifth receiver normally play special teams. Well, Lamb, Cooks, and Hopkins and Gallup ain't going to play special teams for you. The Cowboys, simply put, have not shown that much interest. They had more interest in adding Brandon Cooks, maybe because they just wanted some more speed, which is not Hopkins' game at this stage. So to sum it up, as we've said before, I'm not expecting a move here. I think somebody else will make a move to get DeAndre Hopkins. It'll probably end up being a contender. It might even be a contract that makes you go, man, I wish the Cowboys had done that. But I don't think Hopkins ends up in Dallas. Wouldn't mind being wrong, though. So be honest with me in the comment section. What is the % chance that Dallas ends up signing DeAndre Hopkins this free agency cycle or before training camp, whatever? Sound off for me in the comment section. Some more free agency conversation here on Andrew Norwell. He's been cut, or is going to be cut, I should say. The Commanders plan to release him as soon as he can pass a physical, which maybe isn't the best sign of where things currently sit with him. Dealing with a right elbow injury that's lingered was the report throughout the not training camp, the offseason for Norwell. He is a former Panther. At one point was one of the highest paid offensive guards, if not the highest, if I recall correctly, in the entire NFL, but didn't fare that well last season. These are the PFF numbers: 4 sacks, 4 hits, 21 hurries. That is a lot of pressures allowed in an offensive line room, even if, Carson Wentz and others tend to invite pressure. The PFF run grade, also not particularly great either. What I'm saying here is that Norwell didn't put together the most impressive season. And I think there is a reason why NFL teams, in this case the Commanders, are cutting a former starting offense line. That doesn't happen very often unless there's a reason behind it. Now, the Cowboys could use O-line help. We know that, right? Matt Farniok, I guess, is the current left guard. I'm not confident in that one with Terrence Steele banged up right now. Chuma Adoga, Awesome Richards. So do your due diligence if you are the Cowboys. Make sure that you can vet the status of Andrew Norwell, But I did reach out to some Commanders media fans, I know, and I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, the 10 being Lincoln Riley's burnt brisket, how cooked is Andrew Norwell? And I was told the one steak that PFT posted and Lincoln Riley's brisket if it was stuck in a car fire. So not exactly glowing reviews. I think that last one is a little bit of hyperbole, but I don't think that's necessarily an obvious, this is our solution at left guard. So name a free agent, any position, any player currently out there who you would like the Dallas Cowboys to go out and sign. Sound off for us. Where else but in the comment section. We'll move now to Leonard Fournette, as Blogging the Boys has once again pitched the idea of signing Fournette in free agency. This is not the first time we've talked about him, so we won't go as long as we've done in the past. He does offer some of the size, the short yardage stuff, even some pass-catching value that the current running back room is mostly lacking. Ronald Jones is not small. Deuce Vaughn is small. Malik Davis is unproven. The Cowboys running back room is interesting, to say the least. Also, what's concerning, Fournette wasn't good last year. And I know the Bucs offensive line was bad. I'm acknowledging all of that. That's a big factor. But 3.5 yards per carry sucks. Like, we were upset about the way Zeke was playing. That is significantly less than what Zeke was doing last year. So all of those things kind of make me go, maybe Fournette isn't your solution at the running back spot. It was a good year in 2021, playoff Lenny, but the regular season stuff, not that consistent. So I kind of want to see what the young guys can do. And I'm going to group Jones, by the way, Ronald Jones in that grouping as well, since he is somewhat young, but he's also new. The new young guys, maybe I'll term it that way. I want to see what Malik Davis can do. I want to see if Rico Dowdle can stay healthy. I want to see what my boy Deuce Vaughn can do. So get me to training camp. Don't sign a back right now. Get to training camp, see what else happens, and then at that point, you can consider adding a vet like Fournette or somebody else on the market at that spot.